Limitless Channel. I'm super excited to be bringing you the UNIRock2 Unicuck special. How's it going, brother?
Yeah, I'm doing great. What a intro. That was fun. Let's do it again. I want to start over.
We haven't even got to the good part yet. There's a we got a video to get through too, but I figured we'd get going here and basically we'd start off the hangout tonight. And I would ask you, how was your day and how did you hear about what's going on here today? Who are we covering and what you know about it?
Well, it just all came into my awareness today. You shared it with me. And well, let's see. It's just somebody that has used our hangout in a video while shilling for the behind the curve, trying to accept Bob and Jaron, accept as evidence that what they said in the documentary is real, that the Earth's rotating, the curvature was found. These things we don't have evidence for, and but we know what Bob and Jaron did. It was intentional. They've been working with the documentary to produce exactly what it is that you saw. They are 100% implicit in it, and for them to deny so is just ridiculous. Bob, especially because of the whole hot mic situation, he implicitly worked with the documentary maker to set up Flat Earth and sell it out. And anybody with just two working brain cells can see that. So what I'm continuing to look forward to is true resistance within Flat Earth, people that are smart enough to see that they've been sold out, to actually stand up and be willing to evict these shills from the community. So I'm frustrated. Where are the people that care about Flat Earth? Where are they? And what are they personally doing to get rid of these shills? If you would like to, we could work together and we could unify our message and evict them. So just continuing to wait to hear from people. That was how it all began for me. UNIRock. Actually, no, he's left a few comments on my nothing that I've approved. I mean, he's a globe earther. He's
Well, not a
that right there. It's been years ago that I stopped dealing with globe earthers. This has been settled within a flat earth community for a long time, that there's no curvature and Earth doesn't rotate. And there still is no evidence of that. This mockumentary is not evidence of those two things, even though they're trying to make it be so.
Yeah, that's, one of the funniest things that I've noticed so far is the desperation, even on the globe earthers side, to just omit evidence, right? And not at all bring anything to the table except for, oh, Bob did it. Bob measured it. It's in a documentary. And the people that are speaking on it, some of them have absolutely no idea what they're talking about. They have no idea what a gyroscope even measures. This UNIRock guy he has no clue what he's saying. I don't know if he's just reading what his team sends him. I'm pretty sure he's in a multi-channel network. I know Montegraph was blasting his channel a while ago.
These characters are not smart individuals.
Freemason, satanic, atheist, globe earther. And I'd have to say like 90% of them are coming out faggots as well. I don't know if UNIRock is a fag, but all of the people that he's associated with are fags. And the story about him goes even deeper. He's been a known shill against when the Pizzagate hack went down. We'll be getting into some more of that too as well. Super high. Nice to see Ruth. Praying for you. Haven't seen you in a while or read any comments. Nice to see you. Nice to see Yahawah's daughter, Ilias. We got Jeff. Nice to see everybody in the chat. Like I said, we've got so basically my day started off, I got a message from Yahawah's daughter. Hey, have you seen this video? And I checked it out. And it was the unicock. It was, he was trying to basically use our evidence in our video cut up so that he could say that Bob was trying to fool people, which is all true, except he takes it from, we're exposing that long before this documentary came out, Bob and Jaron had all set up for failure experiments. We have these videos for years on our channels. Okay. We called it out way before the documentary. After the we've been ahead of everybody, so far ahead of the curve that UNIRock is now a unicuck. He's gonna look so stupid by the end of tonight. I don't even know. Hopefully he shows up in the chat. I asked him to come on and defend himself. And first I asked him to debate. Then I said, okay, I gave him a little bit of the benefit of the doubt because he is going after Bob. And then I started to notice all the absolute satanic shillery that this guy is promoting. We're going to get into all that tonight. So yeah, like I said, I found out this morning, I saw the video. I went throughout my day, did what I had to do, did my jobs, had my fitness. And then boom, I started to just basically throw together a video. His video was, I'll let you guys be the judge of that. We'll be linking all of the videos below because when we use other people's material, we still link to them, which UNIRock didn't do. He didn't link to us. And not only that, but he's used someone has clipped your video and he's used that video. It's got like 6,000 views, which I don't care. I'm not here. I'm not a view whore. I don't care about the New World Order. I don't care what they're trying to offer. I'm here for the truth. The truth stands on its own. I'm fired up tonight, but why don't you take the mic for a minute, Jay?
Yeah, well, you're being called out big time. And
well, he did it in a cowardly kind of backhanded way.
He is a coward. He's an absolute coward. You're gonna use my likeness, you're gonna distort it. We'll show how you treated us without giving us any credit for any links to us. And I'm sorry, I don't know if you don't know who we are or whatever, but Ronnie and I just smashed Red's Rhetoric and Sean Hufford, the biggest globe earth shills that you'll find on YouTube. And we made them look stupid, and we're going to do the same to you. Come debate us. Come debate us.
He won't. They won't come debate. He won't debate. Wait till you see the clips that I've put together here and the clips we're going to go through tonight. It's beyond. It's really bad. This guy is like the bottom low of the lows.
Yeah. Well, I want the world to see it. Come debate us live. And if you want to just go one-on-one, you pick Ronnie or I, it doesn't matter. We'll tear you to shreds. You're an idiot. I'm so sick of globe earthers. They're absolute cowards.
Yeah.
My own parents are absolute cowards. I can't put any information in front of them to show them, hey, look, you're being lied to. They don't want to see it because they're cowards. I would like to see one unspineless globe earther stand up, and there are none to be found. They're satanic nerds. They're stupid. They're
mostly, like I said, 90 to 95% of them are gay faggots, sodomites, practicing disgusting things. They all yoke up together on the non sequitur. We went on their platform, right? It was 4 against 2. They did everything they could to mimetically try to mock us. They were unprepared. They got destroyed in the debate. They couldn't answer one of our issues. The only thing that they added to the debate was that Reds had filmed a rocket, and the rocket, because of the focal length, was looking like the cable, the street power line was behind the rocket fire. That was his one piece of proof. Idiot. When you zoom in on clouds behind the sun, it doesn't matter how far your focal length is. The clouds always remain behind the sun. They're behind the sun. When you zoom in on a power line, you can obscure the sunlight through what is called focal length. That was the only thing that Red's Rhetoric had to add. And this guy here, he's like rehashing some of the most stupidest arguments that the ball earthers had 4 years ago. That's how behind the curve this guy is. And I use David Weiss to bitch slap this guy. David Weiss is so much more elevated with the truth than this UNIRock guy. David Weiss makes him look like a retard. And David Weiss is a retard. So what does that tell you?
In the video that I saw today, the only thing he had was the stinking moon, which we've covered so long ago that the AE map and model is impossible because of things like he's describing. But we've gone so far beyond just the different faces of the moon. Like, I don't think he knows or understands any of the deeper issues regarding flat Earth. If he's just going to go to first year AE map and model debunk stuff. I can't hear you.
I can't share this stream either. If anyone in the chat or anyone in the future sees this, just know that that's how creepy these bald flirfer unicucks are. We can't even share this stream. When I go to share it, it doesn't even apply the links. You know, this is the kind of thing that really upsets me, because it should be a fair and open playing field. No, you gotta yoke up with Monograph and Richie from Boston and John X Army. You got to go to all these shills. You got to talk all this nonsense. You got to talk about, you know, either like, you know, the simplest thing you could do is do a quick search to see that Wolfie 6020, Simon Dan, anybody soundly, Sly Sparkane, I'll name you guys all. I'm not a coward. I'll debate any one of you. So will Jason, and we'll destroy you. 2 cameras, one over the shoulder, one in the front, and no headpiece. We'll do it live. We'll see who really knows what. Now, if you watch the metrics on all of these Bald Earth channels, since they said they were going to start censoring Flat Earth, the Ball Earth trolls with the most ridiculous, like Simon Dan covered a kid who was snorting like detergent in his video. That's the level of the consciousness that we're dealing with here. But if you look at the metrics on their channels, they're all skyrocketing, which is fine. I don't care, because I think most of Facebook, YouTube is fixed anyways. You got to pay to play. That's what I believe. But except when you're censored, when they actually flag your channels, you actually aren't monetizable. You're not shareable. Not like Jason and I, we're not monetized. We don't have Patreon. We're not asking you to go to our click our Amazon, like UNIRock, this uni retard, calling out another Satanist for being a money hungry Satanist with the exact same lines, the exact same description, the whole thing. He's here to expose truthers and the liars as he's collecting money from you, lying to you about absolute nonsense. You know, when are these people, these cucks, going to get kicked out of the truth movement? You know, it's been almost 5-6 years for me, and I'm getting so fed up with these absolute shills. This guy has an MK mind control mic spinning stupid flashing thing on his screen. Like, how retarded do people, let's look at his flashing mic. Like, wake up.
He tells you it's an MK mind control spinning thing on his mic.
Wake up, people. Like,
and he's
wake the up.
He's got chills in his chat telling everybody, I come here for the mic.
You're mind controlled. All you unitards are mind controlled. The guy's a coward. Okay, I think we've had enough time. I need to relax. I think we should play the video. I'm freaking out way too much. I'm going to ask the Lord. You know what? I'm going to say right now, in my heart, I'm praying for UNIRock that he'll find the creator, and I forgive him for trying to defame us, ad hominem attack us, and try to use us backhandedly. Like, I'm forgiving him for all of that. And I hope he repents and changes his ways. But for now, he's going to get what he gets.
Well, I would like to say a quick little prayer too. I pray that UNIRock change his ways from lies and deception to the truth, which means following the creator of this world, the God of the Bible. All right. He came here. He died for us. His name was yahawashi. Jesuits call him Jesus. Accept yahawashi, or burn in hell for eternity. Have it either way, your choice.
Yahawah. And now, for UNIRock2 expose satanic chivalry for Globebusters, Jaron and Bob kicked out of FE. This is the Limitless Channel, February 27th, 2019. And I want to be the first to welcome you to the new Flirfer Ball Earther Troll, UNIRock number 2. Ball Earther Troll, coming in, throwing his hat in the ring, appearing to perform some sort of damage control. Let's get into this.
Let's take a look at these clips. I'm going to play a little bit more of this video. I'm going to chug some hot tea, try to get my nose to not be as stuffed up, and we're going to have one of our hardcore, nice, old Red Pill to Pay the Bill live streams. And I should tell you, if you don't know what Red Pill to Pay the Bills is, there are some really funny con artists out there that are so easy to spot. And we go find the absolute evidence that these guys aren't truthing you. They're not waking you up. They're really lulling you to sleep so they can get your money.
So let me get this straight. UNIRock put out this video. It's a hit piece against Bob and Jaron. He's hashtagging it all up. He's got his Patreon here. You can support him here. You can support him here. Use this link to support him here. These are the exact same things that Jaronism and all the other con artists use. This guy's such a hypocrite, but let's keep this going. Yeah, let's have a look at some of the clips you've used and see what you've done.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have some interesting reveals tonight on the other.
So he's flashing. This is me. It's great. You got me all zoomed in, trying to make me look funny. Real good. This is good. This is good.
Ring and all the slithering lies that Bob and Jaron
and UNIRock
try to weave. And the Morgile and Iru are just really, really. They look like, you know, retarded henchback, like, you know, that 300 scene.
But as for the fight itself, I cannot use you.
UNIRock.
You. Mother!
Oh, here we go.
I'm going to lead a charge. I am absolutely going to lead a charge. I'm
Really
going
funny.
to,
Really funny.
Now that I'm on Facebook, I'm going to...
We Jason of Awake Souls. We gotta get this filter. This is just amazing. This is classic. This is top notch.
Shilled out the flat earth, right? Jaron shilled out the flat earth.
True.
And there should be some people that are pissed off that have put a lot of effort into flat earth, that they've been working with their friends and family,
Oh, look at this.
trying to let them know about this truth.
Really great. You know, just you putting clown music over this doesn't stop the fact that all of what Jason is saying is true, and completely destroys the Glowbusters. UNIRock, let's actually listen to what Jason has to say instead of hearing your clown shoe music over it.
I'm strategizing, formulating, coming up with a plan to oust all the shills from the truth movement, and you know, weed them out. What I'm going to need from moderators are people that have a good sense of who the shills are already in the flat earth. So what we're going to do is compile all the shill evidence into a storehouse. It's going to be a repository of all the shilling exposed. And once we've finished with flat earth, and we can go through the whole truth community. And what I see is, you know, the movie, I never watched it, but The Purge, I guess there's, you know, the idea that at a certain point there's a purge or whatever. What I see is from the scriptures, we see that there's a time period where the Christians are going to become super empowered, become organized, and Babylon the Great falls.
Breaking my heart in all the right ways, and no, I don't mind. Clean eyes, oh, clean eyes. Breaking my heart and breaking my chains, and I don't know why. Clean eyes.
Okay, Mr. UNIRock, let's give you some attention. Let's listen to some of the things that you have to say.
Staring at the curve right here. You're staring at the motherfucker. Why do you have such a hard time admitting that it's curved? Admit that it's curved, and then move on with your $1,500, your 183 patrons. Just move on to do something fucking else. Do comedy. You're really good at comedy, honestly, and you don't even know it. Do some fucking comedy, bro. Do something. Fuck, dude. This is insane. Actually, what am I even talking about? The dude's good. He makes $1,500 a month fooling dumb people. What am I even saying?
Etheric motion, even though they're going to call it Earth rotation, of course they're going to call it that, and they simply calibrate it into the latitude.
UNIRock calling out Universal Studios CGI is a real curvature proof of the Earth is great. Let's keep going.
Staring at the curve. Why don't you just figure out if the moon's flat, if the Earth's flat, by looking at how the moon looks from different parts of the hemispheres? Because you could literally look at it and say, okay, the moon should look this way if it's a globe while I'm in Brazil. Look at the moon, it'll look that way. Okay, I'm going to go to Australia now. Before I look at the moon, it should look this way since now I'm in Australia. Oh, it's a globe.
And it's at the top over here. From what I understand, from the north, we need to get this crater down to the bottom. So what we're going to be doing is duplicating this and flipping it over. Now let's take a look at what we got. So this is the north right here. Come around, take a look at it. To get rid of to deselect, just take your cursor tool like that and select away from it. And now from the north, we've got this crater towards the bottom. This lays out correct from the north, I believe. Somebody will tell me if I'm wrong. And a person from the southern hemisphere, I believe, is supposed to see the moon like this. Flip it up like this.
Do you get it, UNICock? Or do you want me to make it even easier for you to understand? Let's take this down to the level of deep inside the rabbit hole. Even though I don't condone most of what he says. But he's still smarter than you, UNICock. Let's have a look.
You know, from the two hemispheres of the globe, right, that we're on, as you can see here in the corner, upper left-hand corner, the moon actually appears completely upside down in comparison. So if you're in, like, Southern America, South America, compared to Canada, the moon, if you take a picture of it, it's going to be the same image except upside down, right?
Yeah.
So their rebuttal, the flat Earth rebuttal to this, their explanation is that while you're on a flat surface, you look at the moon in the two different hemispheres, say this is the southern hemisphere and this is the northern hemisphere. This is why it looks upside down in comparison to the other person, which doesn't make any sense. And a better way to sort of picture this is if you're on a flat surface, let's say like a massive basketball court or just a flat Earth, right? And you're looking up at a sphere and it says the word sphere on it. Right?
Yes.
And how? And I want people to, you can't explain this rationally. Anybody who says you can is suffering cognitive dissonance or they're a shill. You can't ever, in comparison to one another, see the same image upside down. So if that, how could this word sphere appear upside down to the other person on a flat surface? How could that ever happen on a flat surface? It can't. It can only happen if the two people in the two hemispheres are upside down in comparison to each other.
Exactly.
Now, this would work on a globe Earth, or it would work on a pyramid Earth.
Here I am in my flat living room, heading over to the northern side, my northern hemisphere, spinning back to the middle, where I have my equator that divides my living room in half. I continue south to the southern hemisphere, and we go back north to the equator. We look up, and there's our shill in the moon. Heading over north We turn around, we look up at the moon, and there's our shill in the moon looking right at us. We come back down, head past the equator south to the southern hemisphere once again, and we look up, and there's our shill in the moon upside down. My living room must be a ball and not flat, according to some logic.
Money. What do you call those people? Con artists, criminals, snake oil salesmen, liars, manipulators. Come the fuck on, dude. When can we just get everyone to chill the fuck out and say, you know what?
Is always going to be there. And again, we've covered this, with the failure of the Michelson-Morley experiment, with the supporting evidence of Airy's failure.
Bob, shut the fuck up and just tell us why your gyroscope experiment showed a curve, and, just address that for me and let Jaron speak his fucking lies.
Teleprompter glitch, right? Gyros don't prove curvature. They don't even prove motion. It's never been measured, UNIRock2.
Great question. Flat earthers say that if the earth is flat, you immediately know that there's a God and you'll be a good person.
No. Flat earthers say that the scriptures speak of the earth being stationary, fixed, and immovable, and it has stood in the face of science for thousands of years. And not only that, it further validates that men spake of the Holy Spirit as they were moved and inspired to write the holy word of the creator of this reality.
And you won't do bad things to go to hell. You'll do good things to go to heaven because you'll know that there's a God if the earth is flat. So the Satanist of the world, literally this is what they say. The Satanist of the world constructed the biggest hoax, the biggest lie ever told by using all these different Satanists. They take their Satanists, this is the thing, that when they die on their deathbed, none of them say, my life has been wasted. I've been misleading people with the globe my whole life. Tell the people. Tell them. Middle or the bottom, depending on how far back they go. They see that the stars are. They cannot see the star that's on the. They can't see the North Star from the South Pole or the South Star from the North Pole. The moon being upside down.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, counterclockwise in the north, sorry.
Yeah.
And we're going to notice a clockwise rotation from the south.
Mm-hmm.
So anyone looking north on Earth will see the sky rotating counterclockwise. And then anyone from the north of the Earth looking south will see clockwise rotations. It's pretty evident. And then, so looking from Australia, where Wolfie 6020 lives, you're going to see the stars setting. They're going to be going down when you look west. And anybody on Earth looking east is going to see the stars rising. And this is what we observe in reality.
Every other experiment, every other piece of data out there, every measurement, every single thing that's been taken shows that it's a globe if it's rotating. The only way they can confirm their flat Earth is if it's stationarily flat and then they've got all this stuff rotating up above them.
I'm sorry again, UNIRock2, but the Earth's movement has never been proven. It's been nothing but failure after failure. There's never been any data or evidence ever, including Bob's staged performance in the fake mockumentary. Now you're out here trying to prop yourself up by supposedly putting down Bob, even though you're trying to use witchcraft, trying to reverse the truth. That is, there has never been a measurement taken, documented, that proves the Earth moves. You can't just suppose that you have data that implies that. That is witchcraft. You have no evidence that the Earth moves. Not only that, water always finds its level.
Okay, did you hear him? he's not the only one, because I've been getting comments. My Bob and Jaron being kicked out of the community videos, they're getting pretty popular right now. Not really. They only have like 15,000 views. But still, I'm getting some comments from flat earthers saying that I'm wrong, that they're not being kicked out of the community. Well, then why is there like 50 flat earthers saying the same thing that these guys are? And if you're paying attention to your own community, you're going to see what I'm seeing. You're going to see a bunch of flat earthers holding these little Google Hangouts all over YouTube trying to talk about ways, you know, to get them. Jaron's really going to try to... Do you realize that they all sat and there's clips of this. They've all sat and said that they would stick by the results of a laser gyroscope, right?
Actually, UNIRock, it was Jason and I that documented that during an experiment called forcing the fish line, that if they detected curvature because the fish line sagged under the water, they would be satisfied that they lived on a ball. It had nothing to do with the fake experiment that Bob made up, that you're doing damage control for, and you're exposed, UNIRock. And let's also listen to what other people in the other so-called truth movements have to say about you.
Yeah, he's a troll. Everyone knows he's just he's a shit talker, basically. So you can never trust anything that dude says. Like, hashtag Defango lies is a very real thing. You can go verify that on Twitter.
I'd never even heard of him until he did that to me.
Yeah, and he's come out and said that, like, Defango came out and said the Pizzagate hack was fake. So Big Fish and I, and Big Fish is the hacker who did that, invited him and UNIRock on live to debunk them live on air. UNIRock got scared and never showed up. Defango did show up and got totally demolished live on air on my show. And then UNIRock just kept talking shit for weeks. So I challenged him to a one-on-one debate on Callout, which is a debating platform that like Ryan Dawson uses all the time, for instance, because it's like a really neutral debate platform where you can have one-on-one debates with no moderator, because it has like a timed thing and you can't interrupt because only one person has the mic at a time. So I challenged him there and he refused to debate me there on Pizzagate. So I've been calling him Firecrotch since.
Picture yourself in a room full of broken glass. Blood on the pieces you can't put back. A little white light in the sea gone black. My head is the room and the room's full of broken glass. What do we do it for? For the
We are back. That was Ball Flurfer Unicuck exposed. What do you think, Jay?
Wow. Can we watch it again?
No. It will be published though soon.
Well, I can't wait to watch it again.
Yeah, it was fun to make. Like I said, I just threw it together. The UNIRock guy is...
This guy has no clue who we messed with. What a moron.
You hear some of the stuff that he was saying? That Bob, just come clean that your gyro proved the curve of the earth. Just come clean. We know you found the 8 inches squared per mile with your gyro.
Yeah.
Your interferometer.
Bob, the very first guy in the history of the world to come up with this information. But you can't see it.
No evidence, though. We forgot the evidence.
And I didn't do it. Somebody else did it. It's not $20,000. It's 12.
It wasn't a ring laser gyro. It was an interferometer. Sorry.
Fiber optic fob or whatever.
But this UNIRock guy, what a horrible job he did trying to Just trying to do damage control. You know, he's got the 666 constantly. He's got the brick wall, mason bricks. Everybody knows. Hello, wake up. You know, sure, he does an interesting job when he does his live streams. I can see how people are interested, but you know, he's all about the viewers, and he's got it multi-streaming, and like I said, he's got all these donation spots.
Pay me, pay me, pay me, pay me, pay me, pay me, pay me.
Buy something on Amazon with my link, even if you don't want to pay me. My Patreon, you know, support me, my stream here. It's just insane. And he's calling out Jaron for being like a con artist. Come on, guys. What's this? He's got an Amazon friggin' tag right here. Like this, if this isn't the most shades of Jaron that I've ever seen on YouTube, I don't know. He's got like the same. It's just ridiculous. He's another satanic atheist. Let's just get into some of these clips.
Red Pill to Pay the Bill live streams. And I should tell you, if you don't know what Red Pill to Pay the Bills is, there are some really funny con artists out there that are
like, how about externalizing the hierarchy? This guy is literally telling you that I'm a clown, right? And I'm here to mind control you, take your money.
Well,
while calling out other guys that are saying that they're also clowns here to take your money.
Well, he did end up praising Jaron. He's like, he's getting like $1,500 a month. So yeah, he is pretty smart. Right?
Yeah.
Just stealing people's money.
easy to spot. And we go find the absolute evidence that these guys aren't truthing you. They're not waking you up.
Do you think this guy shows one piece of evidence?
No, all he did was cover me up or mock me with distortion.
They're really lulling you to sleep so they can get your money.
That's exactly what this UNIRock2 guy's trying to do. And I don't know how long it's been going on for, but you know, this needs to be really stopped. This is a joke. Look, you can join his team. He's like Owen Benjamin and Jay Dreamers. They're out here trying to profit. This guy's literally providing you with nothing. He's not a scriptural person. He's not teaching you anything. He's just straight up just a clown. This guy.
A Satanist, a heliocentric Satanist.
Admitted. We're going to get to that. Let's keep going.
It's due to people when they these are the same type of like basic brainwashing techniques. This is the way that cults.
All right, just a second. Yep. He just said basic brainwashing techniques, and he has the MK Ultra mic, right? That's part of his shtick as well.
Yeah. He even has like a plug where he shows the MK Ultra mic.
Yeah, it's like the cool thing about this channel. He has an MK Ultra as he's telling you about the mind control.
And people in the chat are like, I'm here for the mic. I'm here for the mic.
Honestly, no joke. This is the way that the cult of Scientology works.
So he's out here pretending to be, against Bob, but really he's doing absolutely nothing but trying to lift up Bob's failures to provide evidence for his fake stage documentary. Right?
I'm sorry, I just got caught looking at the chat.
Okay. That should scare people that have listened to these guys in the past. I can't even believe they did this. Do they real?
So now what like Tim Osmond, they use fear tactics. They try to shame. They try to cause fear in people. You should be afraid of people. No, you should tread on these snakes, right? You have the power to stomp them into the ground.
Yeah, just...
Yes, say, no, we're not taking your lies. UNIRock, you're not a truther. You're here robbing people of their money. How dare you?
Liars are slimy little weasels. They're cockroaches. You shine the light on them and they scatter.
Yeah, I'm not gonna shame you, UNIRock. I might call you UNICuck because you're a cuck. You've already cowered it out of debates and you've already been known to stand up for cuckery, right? But I'm not gonna distort your face. I'm not gonna throw any ad hominem attacks. I'm not gonna, call you Toe Rogan, because we're here just simply shining the light of truth. Let's go to this link.
Dancing Bear says, and tagged me saying, Uni, I don't mind the ones that teach flat earth if they truly believe in it. But what I don't like is the ones that teach it and know it's fake. Yeah, I'm with you, Dancing Bear, and I hope people realize that too.
But that wasn't a setup question.
Get it. Now, I've always said this, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart, no matter what. I don't give a shit what anyone says about me. You're getting it out of my mouth, man. If you believe in the flat earth for religious purposes, I am not talking about you. I've said that at least 1,000.
Unbelievable how hypocritical this guy is. He literally said that, and literally just before he said that, he is trying to shame you. He's playing clown music. Listen. Why is it frozen?
The distortion broke it.
Like he literally like 10 minutes ago did this to your video, to a powerful.
Have enough common sense to see that Bob Shills.
This was his like porno, like retarded music that he has in his computer.
Out the flat earth, right?
And you're actually like straight up telling some super truths, man. You're like putting it all out there. Like, hey, there's been people that have been following Jaron and Bob and donated money and their whole lives they've been like super excited to be on the Globebusters team, and then they get Netflix and they find the documentary, and Bob and Jaron have absolutely staged 2 fake experiments and sold out the flat earth. And Jason, listen.
Jaron shilled out the flat earth. And there should be some people that are pissed off that
he's playing mind control music over it, shaming a Christian who's calling out a Satanist. And I just played the clip. He just said he's not.
I don't give a shit what anyone says about me. You're getting it out of my mouth, man. If you believe in the flat earth for religious purposes, I am not talking about you. I've said that at least 1,000 times in the last 3 years. I'm not talking about somebody that in something from a religious standpoint. I actually respect you because I don't have that kind of faith in me to be able to believe it myself.
So again, another ball earth atheist. So the line in the sand has been so clearly drawn. It is beyond the point now where it is just obvious. When you see a shill, like Bob and Jaron are a little bit harder to spot, but pretty easy to spot. But the ball earthers, they're all faggots, homosexual sodomites, that they need to have the spinning ball and evolution, and they need to be evolved so they can become, they're the new ascended gods of the earth. They rose out of the primordial soup. It's that Masic satanic crap that they all spew. And this
look at what he has on his shirt. I am.
Yeah.
He's like, he thinks
backwards
he's
writing
God.
here.
He thinks he's God.
Right, this is backwards.
Yeah,
I've seen that done a few times by this guy. Like I said, that is the doctrine that these people support. It's almost like Scientology, which he is actually saying that Bob and Jaron are doing while he's doing it with Bob and Jaron.
Right? They're on the same team. The reason these shills only call each other out, they don't reference anybody outside of their circle. He's got the Freemason brick wall to let everybody know, hey, I'm a Freemason too. I'm just shilling for Globe Earth. And then you've got the Bob and Jaron, who are the fake flat earthers that are, they're Freemasons, Jesuits, and they're in here to sink flat Earth with the stupid, impossible AE map and model. And this guy, all he's ever going to do is reference the model that we've exposed as being impossible for a couple of years.
Yes, and prop up the fact that Bob actually did somehow measure. Look, here's Tim Osmond coming in. Jaron and Bob know it isn't flat. Yeah, you know what? Bob and Jaron are actually teaching that it's concave. It's a big joke to them. And the fact that you're out here, and when he called out Bob, here's the curve right there. And it was literally a Universal Studios CGI clip. Did you see that, the video?
Yeah, it was from a movie. Like, and
he like paused it, like, wake up, Bob. Here's the curve right here. Come on, you're an idiot.
As he's playing a Universal promo.
Uni stupid. Yeah, like, look, just mocks me.
Now that I'm on Facebook,
he's just, there's absolutely no reason for any of this. This is the best that you guys have. This is the best you got.
I have called out so many people, and I've never stooped to doing something like that before. Even a a big Satanist like Bob Nodell, I use a decent looking picture of him. Jaron, I put up his tongue out because that's what he had online. All right. So,
you know, it baffles me that that's the level. This is the level, like, this is what he's got to do. And we're the ones who've been debunking this the longest. We were the first ones, and UNIRock's coming in, pay me because I'm going to expose the fake truthers for you. Even though we've been out here fighting for the truth long before you even jumped on the hashtag, right? We all know what you're doing. Let's keep going.
With this little script, this is the script. I don't think that the documentary was scripted, but I think that
it was scripted.
That's there. How much did they pay you to say that?
Right.
You absolute coward cuck. You just cuckified yourself.
That the documentary was scripted.
I don't think the documentary was scripted. Bob was hot mic'd pretending to tell someone, oh, if this truth gets out, we're damned. And then we have Bob on a live hangout admitting that he knew he was mic'd. It wasn't a hot mic. There was nobody with an extended microphone thing.
I don't know if we should be picking on this guy anymore. He seems mentally retarded.
But I think that Bob and Jaron were sitting there for hours trying to ask themselves, how do we damage control this? And both of them
No, Bob and Jaron sat on their asses for years while they replayed stupid ISS footage, concocting experiments in their minds that they could use to prove these fake things because they were trying to set flat earth up from the start. We have exposed that Bob, Glowbusters, Mark, Pat, the entire fake FE conference team, David Weiss, who I used to make you look like a cuck, all of them have been put in place to subvert the truth. We have exposed it. You don't have an AE map in reality. Bob completely, Jaron had to do his experiment twice because the first time he couldn't do it stupid enough. Right? And it's just a big giant joke. And you're out here making yourself look like such a cuck. This is embarrassing.
Oh, man, if only this guy had a spine and wasn't a pure coward to actually show up and defend himself in an actual debate. I would love to make it more public how stupid this man is.
Yeah, there was this clip too, right? Where this was just, what was this, yesterday? This was 16 hours ago, right?
Oh,
platform where you can have
is that
one-on-one
fresh?
debate.
I was expecting this to be like from years ago or something.
No, this interview happened yesterday, or last night, right? After UNIRock tried his crap trying to shame us, these guys just, I don't know how, but
Fango came out and said the Pizzagate hack was fake. So Big Fish and Big Fish is the hacker who.
The Fango is that Nightwave guy, and him and UNIRock are like teammates, and they're in the same probably multi-channel network, and they support crap. They're fake trufas who are here to mind control you.
Just pure shills, but like the worst kind. They totally tout the mainstream narrative.
Yeah, they believe in NASA. Vaccines are good for you.
Yeah. These are like, wow.
Did that, invited him and UNIRock on live to debunk them live on air. UNIRock got scared and never showed up. DeFango did show up and got totally demolished live on air.
You see, that's what happens. Just like Red's Rhetoric and Sean Hufford, they didn't even have an intro prepared. The only thing they had prepared was Red Rhetoric's was calling himself Team Cunt, pardon my language, and he changed his thing to 666, and it didn't even faze me. And not only that, they were probably so scared on the Non Sequitur show that we had screen recorded the pre-show, right? Which is probably around somewhere. They uploaded it. It's them talking about the most disgusting, like pornographic websites, and Red is just acting like a retard. And I at least had something intelligent.
And it's just gay this, gay that, gay
faggot
this.
Jokes, homosexuality all over the place. Kyle tried to ask Jason, like, did it look like I thought we never went to the moon? And Jason was like, yeah, I did, idiot. What do you mean, man? I don't care about Jared.
Your words.
Yeah, it was his words. And then we went on to absolutely destroy them. Sean and Reds were like, blah, 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 blah. They were absolutely, we took it to a whole other level. But let's finish this Titus Frost thing off. And he kind of, again, Titus throws UNIRock under the bus because he has red hair, and Adam Green here sort of has red hair, so he kind of puts his foot in his mouth at the end here, which I don't. Like I said, Jason and I aren't here to shame people for their ethnicity, or I can't even speak, for their color of their skin. We're absolutely for the truth. We don't want any money. We don't have any Patreons. We do this for the truth. We don't cower away from when topics that we are out here screaming about. Jason and I don't cower away. We went on a homosexual, God-hating, faggot blasphemy channel and kicked their ass in a debate. That's what real men do.
Show, and then UNIRock just kept talking shit for weeks. I challenged him to a one-on-one debate on Call Out, which is a debating platform that like Ryan Dawson uses all the time, for instance, because it's like a really neutral debate platform where you can have one-on-one debates with no moderator, because it has like a timed thing and you can't interrupt because only one person has the mic at a time. So I challenged him there, and he refused to debate me there on Pizzagate. So I've been calling him Firecrotch since, because he's damned with the eternal, gingivitis. So
was that UNIRock?
Yeah, that was that UNIRock guy. But he was all tied in with DeFango back in the day, and they were trying to push this whole psyop back in the day that was because QAnon is fake, therefore Pizzagate is fake. So they were trying to connect QAnon to Pizzagate.
Yeah,
even though
I've heard that logic too, and also Seth Rich, Pizzagate, and like all the election conspiracies, that those were all kind of connected to Q, and like psyop conspiracies. I've heard that argument as well.
Yeah, the problem with that is the main Pizzagate people were all non-partisan. Like myself, I was never pro-Trump. But then the people that came into the movement and like took it away from us all, like the Jack Posobiec's, who had that like really weird encounter at Comet Ping Pong, all those guys were these like pro-Israeli guys that were all super pro-Trump and trying to push this, Trump will save us from the pedophiles message, which we were all like, me and the other main researchers were all kind of like, there's something going on here. Like there's like a real weird infiltration.
Considering Trump has been known to be on the Epstein plane numerous times, right? And Trump, he also owned the Miss Tranny pageant or whatever.
The Miss Tranny pageant.
Yeah, and I believe there's a clip of him saying that Epstein loves young women almost as much as him, or something like that. Like, it's just absolutely nonsense. I don't know if this UNIRock guy actually is a Trump supporter. It wouldn't surprise me though. We'll look at his channel a little bit more. Let's continue with some more of these clips.
Hey, Bob, I know you get confused on definitions, but that's called desperation. Now, back to this video. Bob and Jaron, for 3 hours and 40 minutes, do a masterful piece of propaganda.
They did an absolute horrendous damage control piece of absolute garbage. Jason and I picked it apart. We barely even had to try.
It was horrendous. I mean, I think the title of our hangout that we did Sunday night had to do with how horrendous it was, because it was such a pathetic failure. And he's going to promote it like they did a good job. See, it's hashtag same team. That's
same team.
Hashtag
Jaronism. Hashtag Globebusters.
With the like and dislike button turned off, with the entire goal of trying to save their channels. And listen to how Jaron spins this shit. Because, like, Jaron needs to just change his channel name to Spin Doctor. Like, Spin Doctor Jaron.
Well, it was Bob.
Yeah, Spin Doctor Bob.
Bob is the one, not
watch
Jaron.
The video.
Unitard. You're all cucked up in the brain. You don't realize what you're saying. Bob is the one that's trying to pretend that he measured the spin. Not Jaron. Bob.
I don't know what Spin Doctor is, but he is so good at spinning things around and flipping them.
He's not good. I just blame the heavy metals in the sky.
must be the vaccines that got this guy. I don't know, man.
Heavy metals.
Heavy metals.
Reading things and trying to convince people that he's not bullshitting, that he's a doctor at that shit.
I think probably the week after I had disclosed the results on Globebusters, right? So
I think this is real. I can destroy the CGI in 1 second. Look at the stars, people.
That's actually not true, by the way. See, there's this really cool thing that's happening now that I've been going around studying this so I could make videos about it. This really cool thing's happening. And I'm starting to get real work out of the flat earthers. And I know it shocked me as much as I know it's shocking all.
Who does this guy think he is? who does this guy think he is? Is he like some imam? Does he think he's God? Is this Lord Stephen UNIRock2?
Yeah, he thinks he's God, especially since what does he have, like 12,000 subscribers? he's not even within 5,000 subscribers of me, and
he'll say I get 144 live viewers.
Yeah, try being censored with the most unpopular message on the internet.
The most
I could if I was a Glober, man. Woo.
Clips and doing screenshots and proving where Bob's lying. So these guys can do some research.
Okay, thanks.
They put their minds to it.
It's just too bad we're doing the clips and exposing you now.
So he walked right into it.
Look at the stars. Watch the stars.
They chose not to use it, and they chose not to use it, and that tells you
that's they would be moving. Plus, it would be impossible to film stationary stars if you were actually flying 17,000 miles an hour like they suppose the ISS is. If you know how ridiculously stupid this CGI is.
It's so stupid.
And that's what Globebusters we exposed. The mimetic mind control relies on people just continuing to show images. Like when people keep showing the 9/11 towers crashing down, they just keep showing that and showing that. It's mind control. They're subconsciously triggering you. And what Globebusters has done is show nothing but globes. They spent 2.5-3 years just watching the ISS in space alone, right? Just watching it.
They're exposing it, right? I'm exposing this to you.
It's just ridiculous. Let's go to the next clip.
My Bob and Jaron being kicked out of the community videos, they're getting pretty popular right now. Not really. They only have like 15,000 views. But still, I'm getting some comments from flat earthers saying that I'm wrong, that they're not being kicked out of the community. Well, then why is there like 50 flat earthers saying the same thing that these guys are? And if you're paying attention to your own community, you're going to see what I'm seeing. You're going to see a bunch of flat earthers holding these little Google Hangouts all over YouTube trying to talk about ways, to get them.
No,
yeah,
to expose them.
To expose them. And that right there is the whole purpose. He's scared already. If you go back and listen to it carefully, he's letting you know, hey, there's like 50 of us, like Ronnie and I,
it's a problem.
That are like flat earthers that understand the whole AE map and model psyop, right? Chances are they're Christians as well. And this guy's concerned because all we have to do is start working together and we can take down all these shills.
Yes.
Guys are. And if you're paying attention to your own community, you're going to see what I'm seeing. You're going to see a bunch of flat earthers holding these little Google Hangouts all over YouTube trying to talk about ways, to get them.
It's going to get worse.
Well, they already have the dislikes and likes hidden right on the Globebusters. Jaron pays for his likes and views, right? So Globebusters pays for them too.
And so, Jason and I have both long held the understanding since we publicly asked people, we said, hey, you know what? We want to try something different here on YouTube. Instead of being like all these shills that take Patreons, we said, here's a way. We don't even need to know. You can do this totally anonymously. Here's a site. You can put in our video link and you can purchase as real people views. And then hopefully those real people that you purchase to view it will share it. And we had success for a time. And we saw the way that the certain amount of views bought a certain amount of likes was, and we monitored Jaren's and all the channels on YouTube, not just even Flat Earth, all across the board, and we watched and we saw exactly how they worked. They would give you a certain amount of likes and a certain amount of dislikes. It was all part of the algorithm so that the views would count. We're not stupid, UNIRock. We knew we were.
The money from guys like George Soros and stuff like that rolls out through like
probably NASA.
Yeah, NASA.
We've long held the belief that these guys were actually just, making it a big joke. Ha ha ha. It's funny that we've been lied to for the last 500 years. Ha ha ha. The Flat Earth hick country song guy, right? It's just a big joke. Mark and Pat, it's nothing but a funny joke. We have to preach peace and same teamness now and forgiveness when, all these Satanists that are doing these absolutely horrendous things are actually, they're starting to get scared.
The military is active in this, the CIA, all the secret societies, all the Freemasons, all the Jesuits, all the Knights Templars, all the Rosicrucians, all of these secret societies. And what the common bond between all of them is that they're Satanists. They serve the god of this system of things, Satan, right? They do not worship the creator, the God of the Bible. And so this whole battle, it is biblical. It is spiritual warfare. This is the great deception. And know your enemy. Know your enemy. And the way you take them out through spiritual warfare is to expose them for their lies and deception. And this sucker volunteered to be exposed next, so he's getting it.
Get it all lined up in a nice 4-hour long video, because it's a 4-hour long live stream, and they literally had to sit here and come up with this little script. This is the script. I don't think that the documentary was scripted, but I think that Bob and Jaren were sitting there for hours trying to ask themselves, how do we damage control this?
You're so far behind the curve here, UNIRock. Jaren and Bob, we exposed them years and years ago, formulating the plot to try to take down Flat Earth. Okay? This is what we've exposed. You can't come along now, years after we already put down the truth, and then try to say, no, that's not true. This is what Bob and Jaren, this is what those flat earthers are saying. Not, I'm the global earther. I know what Bob and Jaren were intending on doing, because he just got into the flat earth movement, he said, just lately. But he already knew, even though he hasn't researched it for years like we have, and exposed it.
Yeah. He literally doesn't know anything about any of this. He's completely ignorant to all of it.
But you can pay him for, like, this is his live stream to make money. He called it what did he call it? The red pill for money? Like,
yeah. This is pay him for this.
Paid memberships. Pay.
Both of them are so stupid that this was their idea. Let's play a bunch of propaganda on the screen and let's ask each other like really dumb questions. Like Jaren already knows. Jaren actually sat down and used the damn gyroscope, read everything about it.
Not true.
Said he admitted that because he said that he wants to figure out why, and Bob admitted. Now you guys need to go ask Jaren this if you are a flat earther. Why did Jaren and Bob admit that they were going to do everything in their power to try to debunk the gyroscope after it showed a 15-degree spin?
Where did it show a 15-degree spin, unitard? Show me the evidence.
Bob won't give it to you because there is none. It doesn't exist.
Don't write checks that you can't cash, buddy. You're getting exposed here so badly. You're actually taking money from people for this? For this? Show me the evidence where Bob is trying to debunk the fact that he proved that the earth is spinning without any evidence. Like, do you want me to pull that clip up? Do you know where it is, Jason?
Let me think for a second.
I know where it is.
You know where it is?
Yeah, I think we should pull it up. This is what he does. This is all you got? I want to call him a little, but you know what? I try not to resort to those levels because
Oh, this guy looks like he might be so short that, like, in 5th grade, I would have been looking down on this guy. He's probably got some sort of little man syndrome. He's a spineless coward. You called him out to come join us tonight. He's not here yet. Chances are this coward will never respond because he's just such a chicken. He's a weasel.
That's what you want.
Yes,
right?
yes, and it's called the Sagnac effect.
I use spin lasers all the time to build buildings, Bob. They've never moved 15 degrees in an hour, ever.
It's not a laser, you idiot. It is an interference pattern from an interferometer, but you obviously don't even know what that is.
Then there was the meetup that you had with the hot mic where you were telling the guy, everybody see.
I'm gonna slow this down because, like, I guess UNIRock hasn't seen this video.
Seen it by now.
Or does he comment?
Did you know you were Mike?
Hey, Bob. Hold on. Hey, Bob. Hey, Bob. Don't name.
You said it's
don't
confidential.
Name
Well, Mike.
I did not say. I said, look. I said that if this got out right now, it would look bad for Flat Earth, and yet not even 5 days later, I released that information on Globebusters in detail.
And there's absolutely zero evidence for anything that he just said. Right?
No evidence.
Plus, he put his video on top of that. As soon as we called him out, he put all his videos on private.
Mm-hmm. We were ahead of you every step of the way.
You weren't ahead of
crap, we were,
jackass. You don't even know your ass from a hole.
That's all he can do is cause insults.
Hey,
all you have to do is
hey, Bob, you gotta chill with.
Fine. Your accusations documented on your channels. Let him watch.
That's the only thing you have. We have actual evidence, Bob.
Somebody who's against the creators of Satan made it a hit piece against us.
That they made it a hit piece. I spoke those words. I spoke a lot of Flat Earth words for 3 days, but they chose what was in it. I also heard last night that somebody was insinuating that we. Yes, we did it for. We didn't get paid a.
Bob, do you know audit? Do you know that
what Amazon's mistakes? Are you really asking me what others?
Well,
what do you mean?
Story. You know what? You're not. Oh,
I wouldn't have to. Throw
I have answered every question. All right, ask your question.
Being on mainstream positively for the
to find the reporter.
Where is the clip? Sorry, guys.
About a dozen times, it was Rick Zimmerman from the Seventh Day Truth Seeker.
No. We didn't. We don't put up anything without evidence.
Oh yeah. Where's the evidence? I'm a Satanist, Ronnie.
Okay, well, who cares about who's a Satanist? Is there
evidence
for the
Here it is. Here it is.
You wouldn't be talking
I
about.
hope UNIRock's listening.
Like clown shoe.
Anybody who is against the creator, I call a Satanist.
That's right.
Anybody. You don't have to be killing
He's
babies.
adversary.
Bob, that's not what we're saying you're doing.
Yeah, well, I'm not against the creator. In fact, I acknowledge the creator, and I'm not a Satanist, but you're an idiot.
Okay, but where's the evidence?
creator being the God of the Bible? Is that what you acknowledge?
Would you screw this discussion? What the hell do you want to ask me, you clowns?
Where's your evidence? We want to see the video. We want to see the documentation. If you are the only person in the world to ever record this 15 degrees of movement, where is the evidence?
All right, first of all, clown shoe, how many times did I have to tell you I was not the one that recorded the evidence?
So why would that? Okay, so the first answer we get finally is that Bob didn't record the evidence.
Get into a Flat Earth documentary, Bob, on Netflix. Explain
because I
I
am reporting what was said, what was experimented, and the results by someone else
with no evidence.
You idiots with no evidence.
Who would ever provide
I have
evidence?
all the evidence. I have all the evidence. It's simply not public, right?
But then you got UNIRock on here. Oh no, for sure. Bob measured the curvature of the spin of the earth, right?
Yeah, no evidence.
They said they were going to learn everything about the gyroscope and debunk the hell out of it. In order to do that, they have to.
If you knew Bob and Jaron, they were learning everything they could learn about it so they could make up this cockamamie story and have shills like you. When you see someone is for hire like this, when they have all these links, you better believe that you found yourself a grade A shill. Or you found yourself a grass-eating, pasture-fed, New World Order satanic shill. Right here. He's even got the MK Ultra mic for you guys to eat up while he tries to mind control you to pay him for lies.
to know every detail. Why is Jaron asking basic questions about the gyroscope like, does the gyroscope use a computer processor, Bob? He already knows this.
This is all staged, planned. They've worked on this for years. It's all to try to prop up fake evidence to support the fact that they supposedly measured the movement of Earth. You just heard, everyone just witnessed, Bob has no evidence. He was reporting on what he was told. That's it. This guy, you guys got to see, he goes into, here's his evidence. You want to see, not only did he call Universal Studios CGI the curvature of the Earth, but here we go. He's going to model up for us what Bob did. You ready for this?
All right.
Bob's experiment and Jaron's experiment did not only show a rotation. We know it did. It didn't show a drift.
No.
It showed
what evidence?
No evidence.
That the ground you're on is turning 15 degrees in an hour. Let me show you what that means. But it also shows that the Earth is a globe. Both. It does. So, what the gyroscope shows is that the gyroscope is oriented a certain way. Doesn't matter what way. You're on a globe and the gyroscope is oriented a certain
way. Wrong. It matters exactly which way. When you spin it up, it spins parallel to the flat Earth, not a ball.
Well, and in the case of these laser gyros, they're measuring how long it takes for light to come back and forth. So as it's sitting at rest, the light is coming back, it's creating an interference pattern, and that pattern is static. As you give it a twist, the interference pattern moves, and the rate at which it moves tells you how quickly the unit was turned. So this shows whether or not something is static or if it's rotating, and there's no rotation going on.
In fact, the tool itself is so precise that as you're stationary, right, or flying level for a certain amount of time, they lock. Mm-hmm. They lock because the beam gets so equal to the plane of the Earth, it locks, and then they have to use a dithering tool. It's like a little vibrator, and it throws a signal off, and then it computes off that signal.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And
they have to add interference.
They have to add interference because it's so static. Mm-hmm. Right. If the funniest thing in this whole entire UniRetard thing is Bob and Jaron, these measuring equipment have been around for a while now. Bob and Jaron would not be the first to stumble upon this. Okay. It would have been well documented. Right. Even probably in the time of Einstein, who said that nobody can prove whether the Earth moves or it's the sky that's moving. Right. We can prove that the Earth is stationary because you can spin up a gyro. You can hook it up to a power source so that it doesn't wind down due to the fact that it's losing its momentum. You keep it and it will not process or drift at all. There's been documented videos on YouTube. Sure, not everything is true, but these ones have been double checked. They've been done 3 times. Bob is affiliated with these people. Bob even said in his damage control piece that nobody's ever detected the movement of the Earth. It's a big sham. And I can't believe all these ball flirters are actually falling for this.
Yeah, Dunning-Kruger, man. Dunning-Kruger. Yeah, if Bob was correct that when he turned on his ring laser gyro, that he was picking up rotation or drift, whatever you want to call it, that would mean that every single airplane, train, ship, all of those things that have these like ring laser gyros that show the attitude, the yaw, all these different measurements, they would all be constantly rotating at 15 degrees per hour, and they would all be off that amount per hour.
And we can clearly see this demonstrated in helicopter flights. And guess what? Drones, UNIRock. Guess what? If the Earth had a measurable 15-degree drift, we would be able to take off and the Earth would spin at 15 degrees below us. And that is not what happens. And if you're going to say, oh, it's the atmosphere dragging along, then you're admitting that Bob was detecting the movement of the atmosphere. Is that what you're trying to say, UNIRock?
He doesn't know what he's trying to say. He really doesn't.
Well, he's
other than pay me.
He does spit out that Bob didn't have his gyro, his interferometer or fiber optic gyro, targeting on the stars. He does say that because he was just parroting what we said and trying to act like he knew what he was talking about. But let's watch him model this.
Way. The gyro, let me do it this way. Gyroscope oriented this way. Fuck, I fucked it up again. Okay, circle. Then we need the arrow, there we go. The gyroscope is oriented that way. Doesn't matter if it's pointing that way, doesn't matter if it's pointing that way, doesn't matter if it's pointing that way, doesn't matter if it's pointing that way. Because what Bob's experiment showed is the same thing that many people have shown for a long time.
So is this the evidence?
That's the evidence.
This is our evidence that many people have done in Bob's experiment. UNIRock has Bob's evidence, people. Are you ready for this?
That as Bob let the fucking gyroscope run, it measures 15 degrees of rotation, which means
there's the 666 in his hand.
You don't touch it, and it will show you that 15 degrees of a circle is being rotated every hour. So the gyroscope's pointing this way. Well, it's showing after 1 hour, the gyroscope is now pointing this way. And if you wait 24 hours, where's it going to point? Back this way.
Wow. There's a 3-year-old could provide better evidence than this.
This is Bob's evidence, people. This is what Bob did.
What that means. Now, is there any other possibility for how the gyroscope could have measured 15 degrees of drift other than the fact that the Earth is spinning around in one day?
It didn't measure any drift.
The flat sun or the round sun? It is if it is a disc. What this shows is that the gyroscope is sitting on a rotating thing that's going like this, which means the shape of it is like this. Could it be a flat
like this
shaped little disc or a globe? Yes, it could be either.
No, it's not a spinning disc. And you're 666. No.
And you're 666.
This is retarded. I rebuke the demons in you. I hope you're not depending on this YouTube thing for your life. Is this his livelihood? How much do you think Jaron paid this guy for this cuckery?
Jaron's an absolute cheapskate Jesuit. I don't see him paying anything, but he probably got David Weiss to pay, $5,000 or something.
It's so bad. It's so bad. It's so bad. This guy just dumbfounds. He runs his stream good, right? Damage to stream boss. I guess he's the stream boss. I don't know.
Wow.
This guy's witchcraft is weak, real weak. The whole MK Ultra mic, YouTube, join my team.
Why doesn't he just write Satanist right across his forehead? He'd probably get more attention.
Oh man, I wonder where he has that, where it talks about his mind control mic. I thought that was pretty funny. Oops. That made me laugh when I saw that clip.
Yeah, it's in his intro and outro.
Is it in the outro?
Well, I turned off the outro because it's so long.
Let's watch. It's pretty good.
Oh, that's right, Sif. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Look at that. That's a local sun or a local moon. Take your pick.
Thanks, you. guys. Dancing Bear, Lisa, Nuclear
Bear.
Dubs, Surf, Kristen,
are fake.
Lone Wolf, Natural
Wolves
Lights,
are
YouTube
Satanists.
censored me. Sorry to hear about that also. Neon, hey, good to see you, Neon Butterfly. Michael, Boca, Tot, Jen, hey, Jen.
Shout out.
Nana, Windsor, John Sosaby, Larry Stevens, how's it going, man? Zep Teppy, hey, man. Off-road, Boca
Teppy.
Bradley, Peter, nice to see you. Hey, I will be back very soon. I'll be uploading tomorrow. Be watching out. That's right, Satellite. Thank you. Jessica.
Feel sleepy. Oh, Baphomet sign. Right there. There's your goat. Your goat bent back hind leg. Repping the goat god. With the backwards writing on his hat. This guy's so obvious. Come debate us. Come on.
Oh, just wait until we get to the mic part. That's
come debate us. Unicuck. I'm not scared of you. You don't know Christians like us, bro. We're not cowards. Oh, what is this? Like, come on, bro. Look at this. Like,
hashtag MK Ultra Mike.
People think this is funny. Do you think this is funny? I think it almost says cuck here.
It does. If it doesn't now, it will. We're gonna once I re-upload this video, this cuck is gonna be out.
Get this MK Ultra mic out of here. This is retardedness. Coming up on 2020. 2020 people. You gonna follow these shills still? You gonna support these liars? Shill cucks? Here's your ball earth, people. Only.
That's the proof.
UNIRock2. There's your look at that curvature, Bob. Come on. There it is. Now we're on the ground. Get your gyro out. UNIRock2. The most retarded flat earth roll. UNIRock2. Oh, got the power. Got the shadow. He's a shadowy figure. Oh, we're in a church now.
There's a wide heaven. Beyond everything.
Back to the flat earth local sun stuff. Ooh, it's 3D. Wow. Look at that little bird. What is that? Some sort of mind control bird?
Mind control bird.
I thought it was like Duck Hunt. I was. Oh, got some sort of a figure playing the saxophone.
Where there was no cornfield, no memory, no grave.
UNIRock2.
Part 4.
Come with me.
No. Look at this graphic today. Wow. Pretty talented for a Satanist, right? Multiple layers moving there. Daily vids, news, coppery. Join now. Support me on Patreon, PayPal, this, that, Streamlabs. Click the Amazon link below to donate anyway. Support me at Streamlabs. If you want, you can just email me money. I'm UNIRock2. Available. UNIRock2.
No memory.
Live. Yeah, it's a pretty long outro, man. He's probably trying to pad his advertisements.
Oh, it just never ends. Oh, this guy is just lost in his own world, man. He's not the brightest bulb.
Look at his chat. What is this?
Whoa.
Was this 4chan rating YouTube chats?
How is his content being put out to 4-year-olds?
Wow. Wow, guys, this just gets better and better. Everything that we look at is just bad. Are these even real people? These are all bots. These are bots. I'm going to say these are bots.
Like
Monographs bots.
That's 4-year-olds, man.
With the emojis everywhere.
Yeah.
Wow. I guess you get this pedophile symbol if you're a member. The swirl, the Fibonacci.
Yeah. Mind control. That swirl is mind control. He uses it in his intro and outro. As he's talking about his MK Ultra mic.
Winzard. Let's go to his channel and look at some of his content. Let's have a look, people, at who he's yoked up with here on the side. I guess this is another UNIRock 1, maybe. Oh, Rock. Busy's UNIRock. He's got a lot of channels. Battle Royale Universe. Isaac Green, the Kev Baker. Oh, here's an absolute shill. This guy talks about Sasquatch, and guess what station this guy's on? I'm gonna have to add him to the list. He's on the Truth Frequency Network. Divine Frequency.
Satanist Network.
This guy's related to PewDiePie and Owen Benjamin. Soundly, another Mr. BB 33.3.
Shilled out.
Let's take a look at his videos here. Let's go back to the beginning. Let's look at the oldest video that he's done here. One year ago. Wow. Really? That's
One
it?
year.
Oh, wow.
Mr. Out of Nowhere. So
Hurricane Harvey hitting the Gulf. Bigfoot. Look at this one. Look at this guy's face. Okay, this guy's a LARP. He's not for real.
No,
this guy's satire. He's trying to be retarded.
That's why I'm saying I don't know if it's even fair to pick on this guy.
Wow. I'm just absolutely astonished at what I'm seeing here. Oh, he's a video gamer, right? I was going to say that. I think this guy should just stick to video game streams, right? And not try to call out cuckery like Bob. I guess if it pays good, but you're going to get roasted.
He's just a kid. I mean, he needs a booster seat for his little studio setup.
I can't believe this content. Kardashian dead. Look at this absolute clickbait nonsense. And you only got 100 views. Star Wars Battlefront. Pregnant Kardashian. Absolute garbage clickbait. Garbage. Las Vegas shooting. Wow, not taken down? That's crazy. How did that get by the algorithms, I wonder, eh?
Hashtag same team.
Yeah, I got a strike for that. You did too.
I got a strike.
No, yours was for something else. More south. Look at this guy's content. Tattoo Illuminati Guard games.
No, the one I'm on right now is because of Vegas.
Okay. Yeah. It's just too much, this guy's content.
Woo!
Look at this. This guy.
Take the debate, Mr. Unicuck.
Pay me, he says. Right? Pay me. I'm the one who exposes the truthers that are con artists, right? JFK. Hidden from release. What's it next going to be? The secret space program? Is that what this guy cucks for? I know he likes video games. That's apparent. I still haven't seen anything truthful. Strangest strangeness. Wow. Serial pug. What is this? Pug bug. Is this like a kid's thing? I'm starting to see some gross stuff.
Yeah, I wonder if this might be one of those pedophiles.
I don't know. I don't want to call him that, but I'm seeing some, his channel's pretty gross. Like, what's with this baby going after the chicken dinner? This is gross. Whatever this is. Wow. This is just up here for everybody to see. This is what this guy does.
Pay him.
calling out Fresh Prince of Bel Air. Nice. Avril Lavigne dead. All these are just like, this guy's worse than the Inquirer. He's like the half retarded cousin of the Inquirer magazine online or something. Do people actually follow this? Not really. He gets less views than us here, but I guess he's spiked now. Maybe
it's because he's trying to live off of the flat Earth gravy train. He's in a contract to fake fight with Globebusters, right?
Yeah, he's supporting them, right, by fake fighting them without any evidence, supporting their unfounded, non-evidence backed lies. I guess QAnon, Sidley Austin updates, new info claims 8chan, live dive, December. So he's this, join me, we'll dive deep into the QAnon and expose the QAnonery. And just the rainbowish colors that I'm seeing from his work is just, it's off-putting. His lettering is really hard to read.
It's funny he got called out for having the copper crotch. That it is a curse, man. It is a curse.
I don't know. I don't agree completely with you there.
I haven't had any luck with redheads.
Well, I guess everybody's different. I don't judge anybody. Like calling out Logan Paul. Like this is like teeny bopper stuff, man. How old is this guy? Is this guy a kid?
He's a kid.
Lots of QAnon. Now he's on Twitch. Still haven't seen anything. All these cool thumbnails. Still haven't seen anything really. Funny tweaker. He likes to call out drug addicts. He likes to prey on the weak, this guy. He thinks that he's, he kept calling John the Morgile a crackhead. I don't know if John the Morgile is a crackhead. I wouldn't just suspect that. Sometimes John can, carry out some pretty, convincing sentences as much as he does throw in a bunch of lies. But I'm pretty sure he's not a crackhead. But this guy's
literate. Mostly.
He's very literate. He can write. He can speak. Most crackheads can't. And he probably has a much higher IQ than you, UNIRock. And you're calling him a crackhead? What does that say about you? What are you, a cockroach?
Yes, he is.
I'm just dumbfounded at this content. South Park? Really?
Does he put out
Monograph supported?
Does he put out something every single day?
I don't know. Wouldn't surprise me. Okay, yeah. These two are the same people. Here's some nonsense. So flat Earth needs to be censored, right? Because too many people are waking up to the heliocentric lies and all the programming and mind control. But you can pretend that Miley Cyrus and Justin Bieber are the same people, and you can switch and orientate their faces around. This isn't censored. This is good. He didn't get many views for it, but we're the problem, right? We're leading people down rabbit trails that it's dangerous information. And this guy's got videos up like this. 60 frames per second, 1080, Bug celebrity. What is this? I'm going to search this. Let's see what this is. So he's a video gamer, right?
Yeah.
What is this? Let's see. Play in your PC. Okay. Battlegrounds. So it's just nonsensical kids games. Well, adults play them too. I shouldn't mock, I understand the stimulation, the reality that we're in really sucks. And some people use the video games as a getaway. Just like, I use the truth movement and lately, exercising and doing things to get away.
I used to love video games, but they got so satanic and and they're a huge time consumer too. So eventually,
this guy loves Keck, eh?
Loves what?
Keck, the green frog guy. His name's Keck, and
oh yeah,
he was a mimetic ploy that Trump actually employed on 4chan to take down Hillary, and it worked, right? It caused a mass hysteria throughout the I don't know, maybe it was all fake for all I know. This guy, this channel is horrible, man. This guy actually thinks that you should pay him for this stuff.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Pay me.
This is just weird, creepy content. Look at this, 666 Fifth Avenue. You got to put that up there. Lots of those.
None of these guys can even comprehend somebody like you and I that would care about the truth and do all this for free and not ask for money.
But it's okay for him to call out Bob and Jaron for money, though. Look at this, pizza and Macaulay Culkin. I pray for anyone that's a victim of that, but this is just glorifying it. You're using it. 1.1 thousand views. You got more views for that stuff. Of course, is he supporting InfoWars? That's what I heard, that this guy's also like a Zionist type shill as well. I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, there would be zero surprise to find out that he was military too.
Ex-military, right?
Right, ex.
But I don't know. He does like them shoot 'em up games. But his video content is just horrible. What is he? Oh, we the people. Border Patrol agent shot. Stand on board. Team on the run. Dark Sky Watcher. Yeah, make sure you tune into that, guys. You're gonna get that. Remember that one guy, the Dark Sky Watcher, maybe was filming. He was the guy that told people, I know that if you guys get out there and start hacking the child porn, you're going to find the child porn with this scene. Everyone was like, don't. Nobody searched for child porn ever. Right? It was so retarded what this guy did when he did.
Trying to get people to search for child porn.
And this guy's supporting guys that support that guy, just to let you guys know.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. I think that was in Arizona. I don't know. Look at more of this. I think this guy's just spoofing people. I don't think he's real. One eye symbol with his Red Bull backwards, right? It's just ridiculous. Oh, here he is with that same tool. He really likes that tool, eh? The best thing he had, Jason, was just distort your face while you were absolutely running Glowbusters through the grinder. He puts that stupid clown music over top of it. How, like, that's the best. That's like you breathing on me in a fight. That's the best you have. That's all you have.
Oh, it's little scumballs like this. Sometimes I do get, I do get a little wound up inside where I wish we could somehow get into a ring and he could sign a waiver, and I wouldn't mind taking out some physical aggression on a little tool like this.
Yeah,
little cuck.
He would hide. Diet psyop coke. He'd like lift the veil exposed. So he's gonna expose lift the veil. Sure. This is where he's calling out the truthas. He's gonna start off with lift the veil. There's a hard one to call out. Guy's got clips when he was an actor and everything.
There it is. Red pill to pay the bills.
Oh, there it is. Yes, that's it. Red pill stream to pay the bills. To get my dream, right? Real propaganda. Get in line, sheep. Calling his viewers sheep. You know, it's just Hydra. Look out for that. Ooh, some satanic symbolism. He's, probably this is Leviathan. He's a Satanist, people.
There's been a big switch out here at the 5-month mark.
Yeah. From about here. 5 months, yeah. Yeah, you're right. QAnon identified. Original QAnon. He got 7.2 thousand. Started to get some traction. LARP. A new intel leak. Jerome Corsi subpoenaed by Mueller. So he's become not a video gamer.
Headline whore.
Yeah, no, he's a political activist now. Yeah. And he's calling out all the LARPs, right? Musk gets Roganed. Wow. Oh, Flat Earth debunked by Soundly with absolute retarded CGI.
That's so stupid.
Yeah, I think before we end it off, I'm going to play a clip from your section from the debate, just to finish this stream off when we let everybody go.
Okay.
This guy, he really got his time in the fame today. He got his moments.
UNIRock2.
Black Ops, Rage Against, Call of Duty Ops. I can't believe that Monograph was supporting this guy. That's just wow. Moab Bomb Droppers United, Chill Stream. Jesse Spots interview. Okay, so he's yoked up with Jesse? Really? That's interesting.
I'll confirm a few things that I've been...
wow.
Was basically cleaning
up
Cappy's mess, and look what happened. I'm doing the exact opposite thing that I set out to do. I'm associating myself further with Cappy than I ever was, and I'm just like, and that's the problem with YouTube. It's like, how do I just like wash my hands of this?
Cappy was the B actor that came out and said Spielberg, Tom Hanks, they're all pedophiles, and he had no evidence. It was the absolute takedown of anybody doing any research on that topic. It was so controlled. And Jesse, you view hoard it to the max. And I pray for everybody always, for both these guys. But listen to this
thing, you know,
there's really no way, you know, and that locks me up too. But I just learned that, okay? Because look, even though people have all these assumptions about how I feel about certain people or how I feel about certain conspiracies or certain topics, that's just not the case. I watch Ryan. I watched. I don't watch Titus ever anymore, but I'll watch.
Oh, come on!
Sometimes I can't, dude.
Come on!
It's been a couple months, I guess.
You can't watch Titus, the guy that called him out on.
Yeah.
On where was that? Did I close that link right here? You can't watch this guy anymore.
Because that guy called him out for being such a coward,
and he cucked out of it.
Yeah.
UFO and Red Dead Redemption. Everybody check that out. Look at this. This is breaking. Pay me truth.
What's this noise?
Does he have all this stuff in here? Oh yeah, you can pay him for this. You can get the video game. Look at that. Wow.
Buy it from him.
What the hell is this creepy shit? Is it?
You need to buy the game. I can't believe that Monograph hasn't lost all his credibility by promoting this guy. When Monograph promoted him a while ago, I had no idea that it was this kind of content.
Video games are where the money's at, huh?
And
so you got to do something to pay the bills.
Keck is still apparently a thing, right? Oh, the truth behind Owen Benjamin. Let's give him some time.
Okay, a lot of you guys asked me what I think about Owen Benjamin, and it kind of upset a few people. First off, I knew who he was. I knew he was a comedian, and I watched one of his specials when he was just touring around, but I'd never seen him on YouTube. If you didn't know, he has a YouTube channel. So on his YouTube channel, though, to me, it seems
what
like...
kind of format is this? This is some weird format, man.
Like, he's doing something different than what most people think he is. When I brought that up in a live stream, like I said, some of you guys got mad. So let me go into the reasons why I think Owen Benjamin is doing something a little more complicated than what most people think when they hear him. And we're going to go to Reddit, and I'm going to show you how many people really are angry at Owen.
So he's doing a backhanded double entendre secret agent supporting Owen Benjamin thing?
Because they think he's lost his mind. They think he's off his rocker. What if I told you, though, that it's more likely that Owen Benjamin, and there's a lot of evidence to say that he's really pulling one over on the mainstream media and exercising a campaign for free speech.
Okay, because Owen Benjamin is absolutely just mocking the living out of the ball Earth and the moon landing that you're up here trying to cuckery and support. You're going to say that he's doing a double entendre secret agent infiltration of the media? Is this guy out of his mind?
Yes. Yes, he is.
Like saying the things he's saying on his stream. Let me show you what I mean. By the way, I'm not telling you that this is 100% what I believe. I have an open mind if you want to email me or communicate with me in the comments to, tell me what to do. And
I'm not telling you this is 100% what I believe. Come on.
This whole good bad thing. It's like, no, we have to. What I'm trying to do is not shame. I'm not into demographic shaming. That's a horrible way to live.
I kind of can understand how Owen Benjamin is trying to support some of his Jewish friends because he's still yoked up with people in Hollywood, and he's trying to get out and become someone living off the land, a true American patriot. Like, he is actually trying to lift up manly men. And I'm sorry, as much as Owen does things that are cuckery like you with making money and stuff, at least he is actually providing something to his group. UNIRock provides absolutely nothing but filth. Worse than the Inquirer, worse than reality TV times 10.
Well, what about his video gaming?
Yeah, his video game. He might be teaching kids how to shoot people. And look how strange this looks.
Whoa.
You break the mold that you're not allowed to make fun of.
I don't like Owen doing that hand sign, but whatever.
So you just heard what he said. Now that's very indicative of Owen Benjamin's style of comedy. In fact, I kind of have a game changer, and what I was going to do was
think
play.
He might be gay. Just from that comment alone. I don't know too many straight men that use the word indicative. I don't. Just you, UNIRock.
Clips of him talking about the moon landing. I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. What he's doing, in my opinion, and Owen, don't get mad at me, man. It's just there's too many people out there that are hating on you for this when they should be watching you and laughing along with you and getting it, you know?
Laughing along with you and getting it.
Sometimes for people to get things, somebody just has to tell them what the punchline is. I hate being that guy, but I get too many requests for this and I have to do it.
Because of popular demand, I got to tell you guys, Owen Benjamin is really...
Owen is playing the role of the crazy conspiracy theorist, and he's saying things from the perspective of the conspiracy theorist. Whether he believes them or not, I'm not arguing. For God's sakes, maybe he doesn't think we went to the moon. I have problems with it. I've discussed it on my live show. You know what I think if you watch me. If not, just watch my live show. You'll find out. I'm not going to tell you what I think completely, but because I haven't really made up my mind all the way either. But what I think Owen's doing is going to...
Yeah, you're a fence sitter. Exactly what all agents do. They don't pick a side.
But I haven't made up my mind yet.
Yes, I can tell you a little bit about the ball earth, and I can tell you a little bit about the flat earth, but I don't have any beliefs.
Playing the role of a conspiracy theorist, triggering...
Can't close any of those doors, right?
But there's definitely not a God.
Media and triggering all these closed-minded people out there that judge him for doing what he's doing.
Haven't you seen Lucy? Right? The first woman that they put back together, man? Come on.
When it is so highly obvious that he's doing a comedy routine. Now, some of you will want evidence, so let me go ahead and play this, which is going to be his moon stuff. It'll be him playing the role of the conspiracy theorist while delivering satire and comedic, very, very, nuanced comedic, comedy throughout. But after that, I'm going to play the game changer. I'm going to play how I know that this is really what's up. Still admitting that I could be wrong, though.
Now he knows.
Here comes the him, the moon landing. And then I'm going to play the PragerU clip.
Did you hear him? It's exactly what Bob and Jaron do. I don't know, but I know that I don't know. Let's hear it, right?
I mean, people want to go to the moon. Why wouldn't you want to jump around in like low gravity and play golf and stuff? Do you understand? Like, people go to Phoenix. It's like, of course they want to go to the moon.
Of course.
People want to go to Mars. Why not the moon? And Bill Whittle, this complete douchebag, was like, yeah, I mean, it's because back then people tried harder and we had more ingenuity and there was more. No, the baby boomers ruined the world. The baby boomers started our descent into fiat currency and unlimited debt and moral disgustingness. The baby boomers ruined all of it, and this was a lie. We never went to the moon, and I'll continue with more stuff. It's a waste of money. $57 million a day goes to NASA.
That goes to probably
NASA.
UNIRock2
Everyone was saying that I was
Shills.
pronouncing it wrong, but maybe you're pronouncing it wrong. Bunch of dipshits. These people don't even remember their own lies. I don't think the Earth is flat, by the way.
Nope, he's not. He's a fence sitter too.
I can see why people would. I can see why people have given up on experts and given up on science because they're all liars. But I still believe that the Earth is round, and I think the math checks out on that. But I totally understand why someone would question.
No, the math doesn't. And that's something else that I've heard being thrown around lately, that math is divine. Math doesn't lie.
Math will say anything you want it to say. It's just a language.
Yeah, math can be flipped upside down, reversed, quantified into infinity. And
all you have to do is make one irrational statement and you can get away with anything you want. Just one irrational statement. And that's what mathematicians do, is they figure out how to slide in an irrational statement without people catching it. And then after that, it's just a heyday for them. They can make up anything they want.
It's exactly what Bob and Jaron tried to do, make an irrational experiment where he had to encase it in bismuth, right? It was all irrational.
Mm-hmm.
In that.
During the run-up to the release of the movie Black Panther, all the marketing push was about how, finally, there was a black movie made.
So he just took a clip from Owen Benjamin on a live stream shooting the crap in the backyard of his house, right? His homestead, where he's like got all kinds of things going on that he's live streaming, making gardens and chicken coops. Great stuff to be teaching people. Absolutely great stuff. In Texas, there's wild chickens. You could make a home for them, and then you'd always have food, right? But this guy, now he's clipped to a comedy skit that Owen's created, right? Totally separate from a backyard hangout. And I can already see the witchcraft that he's trying to employ.
By black people, with black people for black people. I found this to be fairly hilarious. So I simply took any statement about the film and responded as a white person that actually had that insane way of viewing the world. I just saw the trailer for Black Panther. Ugh, no white people. Looks terrible.
Like, that was such a bad clip to take. What is he trying to prove with that, Jason? Oh, look at this.
Ah! I knew it, brother. I knew it. It was just a strong hunch.
What a night. This guy's got U.S. Army on the back of his
Army. What a
UNIRock.
clown.
You're a joke. The best thing you had was to distort Jason's face. You had to literally manipulate our live streams, cover Jason's face, clip words that we weren't even saying, put us to some stupid clown shoe music.
Community, you're going to...
And we just destroyed everything about you.
Really? Yeah, really.
Really? What a joke this guy is, man.
Well, we're not going away. We are going to continue to organize people that care about the truth, and we are going to get rid of these shills. Just like the clip said that he had to mimetically mock me in. So nothing's changed. You've just added yourself to the list.
Yep. You saw me literally put him on the on the list. He's there. I'm trying to find the my upload of the debate.
Yeah.
But yeah, what a night.
The 20-minute one?
Yeah. What a great exposure, man. That guy, he got run.
He did fantastic. He is done.
Well, he put it all out there, right? Everything that he said and done. Like, you had the hunch that he was in the military, and then we find the stickers on the screen. Oh, man. It's so easy to see through these guys. How am I missing this? Is it on only your channel? I don't know why. I'm not finding it. Oh. There's the live stream.
I don't see it. Oh, 2020 there.
I don't think this is it.
No?
No. I'll go to your channel. So everybody knows. Please share this live stream. Stand up for the truth. Don't let these, whatever they are, Satanists, military, Masonic, Mark Sargents, Glowbusters, UNIRock2, these guys all need to be called out. It's really, 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 really sad what I'm seeing. And I'm thankful that we have such a great chat, though. Everybody that hangs out with us. And, that's really the most important thing for us, is to share the truth with you guys.
Yeah. And then for you guys to actually go out there and get involved in spiritual warfare. Call these people out.
Yeah, well, obviously it's working. UNIRock said it, right?
Yeah.
He said that there's 50 other people out there all saying the same thing. How do we get rid of these liars and deceivers? It's beautiful to see. Yeah, thanks, Jason, for everything tonight. And thank you for everybody in the chat. This has truly been such a blessing to hang out with all of you guys and to go through this guy's channel and just give him a good response. See what your move now, Shill.
Do you want to be host to end of the stream or?
Sure.
All right.
Where did you hear this?
Only Beyond Flat Earth.
Your move, Shill.
Slaves of a nameless god, once again I bring you the challenge of Goliath of Goth, champion of the Philistines. Where is your faith in your God? Where is your trust in his protection? Then let all the world bear witness. Where is your faith in your God? Where is your trust in his protection?
I would like to begin by stating that what Team Yahawashi is doing today is putting the globe on trial. Ronnie Harris and myself are acting as the prosecutors, and Red's Rhetoric and his partner are acting as the defendants in this trial, while the moderator is acting as the judge, and you, the listeners, are the jury. It is beyond our expectations that we will convince the defendants in this trial of their errors in logic and ask that you, the jury, weigh the evidence and convict the defendants of first-degree fraud against humanity. We will present as many evidences of such within the allotted time, but can assure the jury that our evidence is not limited and could span hundreds if not thousands of hours if given the opportunity. Globe debunk number 1. No curvature. Due to the defendant's claim that we are on a sphere, there in fact has to be curvature. As shown here, for a globe of a radius of 3959 miles, the necessary formula for curvature is 8 inches per mile squared. While not perfect in its calculations, all heliocentric model supporters agree that there must be curvature, and that there must be at least this much, which means that at a distance of 30 miles, there must be at least 600 feet of drop from any observer at ground level. Because the burden of proof is on the globe for such claims, Team Yahawashi demands the defendants provide at least one location where the required amount of drop from an observer can be measured, that is testable, verifiable, and repeatable by all members of the jury. Keep in mind that this should not be difficult if we lived on a sphere, because this curvature should be found everywhere. Globe debunk number 2. Water at rest is flat and level. Due to the testable, verifiable nature of water, we know that water always maintains level and is flat when at rest. In a glass of water, a bathtub, a lake, and an ocean, water rests level and flat. If water constitutes 71% of Earth's surface area, Earth being a sphere is impossible. If the defendant's claim is that the oceans cling to a sphere, such a claim must be demonstrated with a scaled experiment to have any credibility at any scale they suggest is correct. Globe debunk number 3. The horizon rises to the eye level of the observer. As can be demonstrated by any 3D modeling program, if we were on a sphere, the horizon would always be beneath the feet of a person standing at sea level looking out over an ocean, and as that person gained altitude, the horizon would only get lower. This is true at any scale, and the scale suggested by heliocentric supporters is a sphere with a 3959 mile radius, requiring 600 feet of drop in 30 miles, 1,067 feet of drop in 40 miles, and 1,667 feet of drop in 50 miles. The highest observation deck of any building on Earth is the Burj Khalifa, checking in at 1,823 feet. A distance to the horizon calculator lets us know that at 1,823 feet, the horizon is 52.3 miles away. So in this image captured from the Burj Khalifa observatory deck, the distance of the clouds at the horizon is 52.3 miles. thus requiring at least 1,667 feet of drop. On a globe, that means that the furthest clouds we saw from the observation deck would be at least 1,667 feet below the observer at the shoreline. As you went up to the observation deck, the horizon would only go down. Yet the evidence shows that the higher you go, the horizon does not go down, but actually rises with the viewer. This can be demonstrated on a flat plane, but cannot be replicated with a sphere. Globe debunk number 4. Gyroscopes on the ground and in airplanes do not process. Original gyroscopes used in air travel had no electronics and did not process throughout journeys. The gyroscope of an airplane unassisted by electronics would process 90 degrees with each quarter of the sphere traveled. The artificial horizon indicator would be upside down 180 degrees, having flown half the circumference of a globe Earth. For the defendants to claim sphericity, they must demonstrate both an unelectronically assisted gyroscope process a full 360 degrees during a circumnavigational flight and throughout a full rotation of Earth from the ground. Globe debunk number 5. Earth is motionless. For Earth to rotate with the motions defined by heliocentrism, we could feel acceleration and deceleration as demonstrated in this experiment. Not only do we not feel, nor can we measure any acceleration and deceleration, but Ares failed to detect any movement of Earth whatsoever. We demand the defendants provide measurable, repeatable evidence for the acceleration, deceleration, and movement of Earth, without which the heliocentric model has no basis for any explanation regarding sunrise, sunset, and the seasons. Globe debunk number 6. Rivers. Rivers debunk the possibility that we live on a sphere. A video I published August 24, 2016 defines the experiment that anyone can do. That video is a result of me personally living on a river and experiencing a historic flood. As a result of the flood, I became deeply aware that my house sat 400 feet above sea level. I measured the distance from my house to the coast in a straight path with Google Earth and discovered my house was 143 miles from the coast where the river I live on empties into the Gulf of Mexico. The required curvature for 143 miles is 13,632 feet, minus the 400 feet elevation, and the river is 13,232 feet below an observer positioned at the point where the river empties into the Gulf, and it can be documented that the water has been flowing downhill until it got to the Gulf. That means that the water has to be running uphill 13,232 feet from my house to get to the coast. The only explanation that has ever been given for how this could be possible is gravity. In order for the explanation to have any merit as evidence, the defendants must provide a scaled experiment where they can replicate water on a sphere flowing uphill into another body of water larger its size. And the model must allow scaled versions of insects and clouds and air currents to perform the way we observe. Now I'm going to present the map and model which I feel the jury will agree conforms to the witness observations of our reality. It can be said that no map is an accurate projection of a globe, which is true. It can also be said that no globe is an accurate projection of a flat map. Based on our conclusions reached by these 6 globe debunks and many others, we have concluded that there is no evidence that we live on a sphere that is testable, verifiable, and repeatable by members of the jury. As a result, one would expect to find an actual map of Earth that is not a projection. Our search for that map was guided by the knowledge of there being 2, not just 1 point of celestial rotation that many flat earthers have been duped into believing. Knowing what we were looking for led us to the C.S. Pierce Oblique Mercator 1894. We have since found more modern versions that employ the same stereographic layout and have turned them to the same orientation as the C.S. Pierce Oblique Mercator 1894. The creators of this map say that it is the most accurate map of Earth, while still suggesting that there may be distortion as a result of no map being able to project to a sphere, but we maintain that Earth is flat, therefore there should be no distortions. The map conforms to known landmass sizes, shapes, positions, and distances between. The stereographic lines of latitude and longitude eliminate the need for a compass declination map and show how dead reckoning direct routes is achieved without the use of room lines. Note how standard compass declination maps flip from east east to west in Antarctica. This is explained by Antarctica being divided in two better than by Antarctica being a single landmass at the bottom of a globe, where the North Pole, which is the only thing ever measured, would be pulling the needle towards the center of Earth. Direct flight paths plotted on this map become great circle routes when this map is projected to a sphere, and explain the reason navigators would have to use room lines to back engineer globe-based maps back to this one. The only argument we have heard against this map is that it requires a person traveling from California to Japan to jump from one side of the map to the other, which seems like a large problem for most because it requires a different explanation for our reality. When considering these stereographic maps, I had the advantage of knowing that I was in a simulation long before Flat Earth came along, so I was not hindered by this seeming issue. From grade school on, we have all understood what happens when you get to the edge of a map. You go over to the other side at the same latitude. For the person that knows or is considering Earth as flat, there has to be a flat map that has all the land sizes, orientations, and positions that match what can be plotted by the use of latitude and longitude. This map presented conforms to all of these. It is our expectation that the defendants will want to attack the validity of this map based on our not having evidence for the transitioning of an observer from one side of the map to the other at the international dateline. We would like to remind every member of the jury that the heliocentric model requires everything that exists to have exploded from nothing. No experiment has ever demonstrated something being derived from nothing. Therefore, we ask that intellectually driven individuals focus their examinations to matters that are verifiable and replicable. In the matter of moving from one side of the map we promote to the other side, we state clearly that we say we are in a simulation and that we have many other evidences of such. We submit the Atari.
Blood on the pieces you can't put back. A little white light in the sea gone black. My head is the room and the room's full of broken glass. What do we do it for? For the